All right, so Andrei Rudnick here from Good Subscription Agency, and I am in the middle of absolutely gorgeous day out here in the Yukon wilderness, although it is actually just maybe half an hour walk from my house. Now, today I want to talk about KPIs, subscription targets, and how to actually set targets that get your results. Now, I think I've noticed a pattern where, especially with subscriptions, targets are so difficult because they don't truly connect to anything really concrete. The typical numbers that we try to track, subscriber acquisition cost and customer lifetime value, nobody's rallying around that. Nobody's going home and dreaming about how to how to drive those numbers forward. Nobody on your team certainly isn't. Now, the reason why, same thing about churn and same thing about any of these percentages that just feel very hollow, I'll be honest. One thing that a goal is supposed to be, and as the OG of goal setting, what's his name? Oh my goodness, this slips my mind right now. Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill talks about that a goal is really a dream with a deadline. So when you try to set goals for your team, what you're truly trying to create is a vision of the future that your team really actually is excited to make happen, because it's not going to be you who makes the dream come true. It is a collective process where everybody needs to believe that this dream is worthy of realization, and then everybody from their gut takes energy out of their life force, you could say, and then turns that into some sort of a reality. So the I think, in a less woo-woo way of talking about this, having goals that are a lot more concrete, for example, replacing things like percentage of growth and percentage of churn with number of subscribers that you gain and new subscribers and number of subscribers you lose, and maybe turning that into a net gain number of subscribers. It's a much easier number to visualize, identify with, and actually embody as a person. So that would be a very simple way of improving your subscription KPIs, simplifying it and embodying it and making it a lot easier for your team to carry. Now, the other piece is that this cannot be a department-specific goal. Now, you cannot have a subscription department because subscriptions are fundamentally part of the customer experience, and they are not just one single team like the acquisition team or the marketing team or the website team or the retention team. They simply cannot. They don't feel empowered to make these targets come true. And when you distribute this goal, and part of the upside of distribution of this goal is that you de-risk it, right? You don't make it as scary for people to try and make big bets and try to make attempts to improve something. So you take this goal of, for example, the number of subscribers we will gain or the number of subscribers we will lose, and you can obviously aim high with the subscribers you want to gain, aim low on the subscribers you want to lose. But if you distribute that across the whole team and use that as the company-wide KPIs and targets, it's a lot easier for the entire team to go back and ask themselves, what am I doing day to day to actually make this goal happen? They might even believe that they can get to those targets. And that's fundamentally what you want. You want a target to be a SMART goal, some would say. Measurable, attainable is the big part of a SMART goal. So in reality, that's really what it comes down to, is the concretization of those goals and making them less about numbers and concepts and more about people and servicing people in a better way. Then once you start thinking about it that way, onboarding, upcoming order notifications, cancellation saves, all of that starts to click in, and each department will, in its turn, come to come to make actions that are appropriate without you constantly pushing them or asking them. So, and then the final thought to wrap it up, it really helps to have a person who embodies that in your, a person who embodies those targets and goals on your team. One person that effectively represents or becomes the masthead for that. You can call them the head of subscriptions, you can call them a director of retention, whatever makes sense for you. But really, dashboards don't really have a heartbeat, right? People do. And it's people who make things happen. Dashboards don't make things happen. And if you have actually good goals, they don't just work as better metrics. They actually become a lot more likely to happen if you set them properly. So that would be my final wrap on this. So I hope you're enjoying these videos, and I'll see you on the next one.